Yankees make a trade, acquiring reliever Scott Effross from the Chicago Cubs, and the Yankees trade their number 7 prospect, according to MLB.com, Hayden Wesneski, a right-handed starter who was in AAA, and with Effross, he is under team control for another 5 seasons, so he doesn't become a free agent until 2028. Sinker slider type of pitcher, has a more of a sidearm wacky delivery, a different look than what we're accustomed to with the Yankees. There's a lot of power arms in that bullpen. This is a little bit different, and Effross has been really good for the Chicago Cubs. In fact, the one game I attended this year was Yankees Cubs, and Effross came into that game. Wade Miley was the starter for the Cubs, and he got hurt after 3 innings. So Effross came in, and I believe he actually struck out Judge. It was a scoreless inning. He looked pretty impressive. This season, 57 games, which is a lot. I think that's amongst towards the top in baseball in terms of relief appearances. 47 games. He did start one game, but 44 innings, 50 strikes at a 1.07 whip with a 2.66 ERA. Really, really solid numbers for Effross. Last year came up. He's considered a rookie this year. He didn't pitch enough last year to be considered a rookie. This is actually his rookie season, and he is 28 years old. So Effross was always in the Cubs system. Took him a while to make it, but he's really, really been good. And last year was pretty good too in limited time. 14 games, 14 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, a .95 whip last year. So in terms of the control is pretty good. Last year, 1 walk, 18 strikeouts. This year, 11 walks and 50 strikeouts. So the control is pretty good. A different look, and a guy that is under team control for a long time. You like that. Now, look, Wesneski, that is a more higher profile prospect than any of the ones that were given up for Andrew Benintendi. Now, of course, there was 3 pitchers traded away the Benintendi deal, and Benintendi is a free agent. That's a huge reason for this, is that Effross, this is a long-term, sort of acquisition. This is not just for this season, but it'll be interesting to see where he fits into the bullpen, but he gives the Yankees a different look, and just sort of having that variation could be really good for this bullpen. Like I said, after the Royals episode, I'm not looking for the Yankees to acquire like a closer. Whether Clay Holmes struggles or not, you just want to have as many options as possible. And now you have that. And Effross, he has 13 holds in the season and 1 save. So, he's pitched in some pretty big spots. Now, the Cubs obviously are a team that is in rebuild. We know that they're in rebuild mode. So, but, within the course of a game, he's definitely, pitched in higher leverage situations. David Robertson is the Cubs closer. Another, pitcher who is certainly on the market and will likely be traded. But Effross, was someone who pitched a lot, I guess more so 7th inning. There was Michael Givens, who is a setup guy, but, maybe 6th, 7th inning for Effross. Probably did get some opportunities in the 8th inning as well. But I really think that he is a good pickup. Like I said, really good numbers, gets strikeouts, weak contact, and is tough to hit. It's different. I guess if I could compare it, with the Yankees last year, they were hoping that Darren O'Day could have been someone, obviously a veteran in O'Day, but does have a bit of a wackier delivery, and you get this with Effross, whereas there's a lot of heavy arms in that pen. Clay Holmes, Jonathan Loaizaga, even Miguel Castro. Effross, I believe, velocity-wise, is not nearly as high as those pitchers, but someone who, like I said, gives him a different look, and is someone that I think will be relied upon in high leverage situations in this bullpen. Gives them another option. So it's kind of one of those things where Effross was a name that I heard a little bit just in general in trade talks, but not someone it came as a surprise when it happened. For example, if you saw that the Yankees ended up Benintendi, wasn't a surprise. If the Yankees somehow trade for Frankie Montas, wouldn't be a surprise. Effross, yeah, that was a bit unexpected, but welcome. So I really think that he will help. So now you got Benintendi, hitter acquisition. Effross, bullpen acquisition, and so now next, I think you're looking at a starter. I know they're looking at Frankie Montas, but that won't be easy. That could be a high price. That could be Oswald Peraza. It just might be. If they can avoid trading, that'd be awesome, but that might be what you have to sort of do. But I think that the Yankees, they're going to be active. I like it. You know, this is a team that is close, really close to getting to the promised land, but they have to get over the hump. And, you know, the Yankees clearly believe, or other organizations believe, the Yankees have a pretty good pitching pool, because that's now 4 pitchers that they have traded. And so I guess the Yankees believe that they have the resources to overcome trading some of those players. Now, again, some of those in the Benintendi deal, not so impactful. Wesneski, I think we can expect him to be in that Cub rotation by season's end. I would not be surprised at all. Like, for example, last year, Glenn Otto, by the end of the year, was in the Texas rotation after the Joey Gallo trade. So Wesneski, for a rebuilding Cubs team, yeah, I would not be surprised at all if he gets starts for the Chicago Cubs. But, you know, he is, Wesneski, I think, is seen as a safer option than Ken Waldichuk. I think Waldichuk, there might be a little more upside there, definitely, but Waldichuk, who is also someone who is probably in some trade discussions. Waldichuk's seen as a higher level prospect than Wesneski, but like I said, really put up good numbers for Scranton, so it's not as if the Yankees got rid of nothing here. Whereas with the Benintendi deal, I feel like, you know, those were kind of less impactful. But I think with Effross, it's a futures move, like I said. So Scott Effross, from the Cubs to the Yankees. I don't know if he'll make his debut tonight in Game 1 against the Seattle Mariners. Certainly, I think he'll be, if not tonight, then definitely Game 2. He will be available. So I'm excited to see what he looks like in pinstripes. And I think that we're going to see some more action as well, as we are currently about 28 hours or so away from the trade deadline. Things could get pretty interesting.